Last but not least, we're going to have our county commission team.
Just so there's no confusion, I'm not running for the school board, but the Dougherty County Commission seat in District 4 is going to be open because Commissioner Chuck Lingle is not going to seek re-election. He's been working with me to try to get me involved in the process. I have never run for public office before, but I think I've prepared myself over the years, and I want to talk to y'all a little bit about kind of what I feel about things. I was at a meeting about 3 weeks ago, and it was one of the meetings about how to fill out your tax return or file a tax return on your property. If some of y'all are from Dougherty County, you know that that's an issue here. The property tax assessments that were done about 2 years ago or have started kicking in now. And some people's property taxes went up 200 and 300%. And so a lot of people are appealing this time. I had a chance to talk to that group just for a few minutes because the real estate attorney was handling that meeting. But they asked me to say a few things. And I asked them just a couple of questions. I said, how many in here, there's about 150, 160 people there. How many people in this room know which county commission district you live in? How many people do you think raised their hands? 10 people out of 160 people knew who their county, which district they lived in. I said, how many of you know who your current county commissioner is? And maybe 15 knew that, but they didn't know what district they were in. They knew who Mr. Lingle was. They heard that name. And I was saying, that's sad. I said, another question is, why isn't your county commissioner attending this meeting? And the meeting was sponsored by the Dougherty County Taxpayers Association. I understand that. But that doesn't mean that a county commissioner can't come and hear what his constituents are concerned about. I think that's something the county commissioner ought to be doing, attending sessions like this. By the way, I want to thank Dartmouth College and everybody, Mr. Marietta, for putting this on. I guess the most frequent question that's been asked of me since I've expressed an interest in this county commission seat was, what in the world does somebody want to do run for public office in Dougherty County? And that's another thing, that's kind of sad. Why would you want to do that? Subject yourself to that. I think everybody has an obligation, a civic duty to serve our government. What we've allowed to happen in the last 40 or 50 years is we've got career politicians at the federal level, at the state level, and the local level. It's time to have new people come in and have their ideas there. I think people have a civic duty to serve. The direction of government at the national level, the state level, and the local level is in trouble. We've had several people tonight mention that. Economically, the way our culture is going. You know, we've been able to produce the most, the economic engine here is the most to be admired by the rest of the world. We seem to be as hurriedly as we can abandoning that. So we need to stop that process. I appreciate y'all's support. I don't know if any of y'all live in the 4th District of the Dougherty County, which is the northern end of the county. It's up bordering on Lee County. It goes from Dawson Road, Slappy. And I kind of take the opinion that if it's any district that's got Pearlies, Blackbeards, and Sheehaw Park in it, it must have something good going for it because I enjoy going to all 3 of those places. But I think I'm going over my time a little bit there, but I'll, you want to answer questions? Or, does anybody have a question you want to ask? Just a minute.
Well, I know you're replacing Chuck, but I couldn't hear your name.
My name? I'm sorry. It's Ewell. It's spelled E-W-E-L-L. Last name is Lyle, L-Y-L-E. You probably never heard a name quite that. I've had it spelled every possible way. funniest way I've ever had Yule spelled. People wrote Y-O-U''LL. You'll be sorry, or you'll. But that's my name, and I hope count on your support if you're in that district there. Somebody back there had a question.
Yes, I have a question. I have a comment first and a question. I do agree with you. It's so sad that so many people don't realize the districts are the wards of the commissioners, of school board members, city council people that decide what will happen to them. That's sad. It's so sad that they don't even understand why they belong to certain parties. That's even worse. Is to say whatever you are, you cannot tell me why. I read the paper that you were running. I saw when you said I am conservative. Due to the fact that this is a partisan, not a non-partisan election coming up, I'd like to know what party we need to be qualified with. We have two major parties here in this county. One is Republican, one is Democrat, and I'd like to know which one will you be seeking.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did not learn that until yesterday. I was attending the county commission meeting there at the administrative center. I thought the commission seats were nonpartisan, to be honest with you. I read something, what I was reading was the proposed charter for consolidation. It states in there that if and when the county commission and the city commission are consolidated, it would be a nonpartisan position. Chuck Lingle was the one that straightened me out on that, and I was asking him, I said, these are nonpartisan positions, aren't they? And he said, no, they are partisan. So I found out yesterday, I went into the elections office and found out you've got to go with one or the other. And which I really, that was kind of a negative thing for me. And the last thing I want to do is get involved in Republican versus Democrat versus Libertarian politics. I think I'm going to use common sense to do it. If I have to, my background is more on the conservative side of the issue, so I probably will register as a Republican. Some people say, well, that's going to be the end of your thing. If that's it, that's so be it. But I have convictions on the way I feel about things, and that's what I'm going to probably do.
And I respect you for that, because I do think that when one qualifies, once you want to qualify with a party, and definitely want to stand for the core principles of that party is. I think that, and I admire you for that. So regardless of what you are, or how you qualify, what you are, you are. And I think once you proud of it, you stand with it.
Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate this comment. Okay. I've told several things that maybe I see as wrong with the county. There's a lot of things that are right. I think that's been done. If I have to, 4 or 5 things that I believe in, and people have said this, but I truly believe it. I could give you, if we had more time, some example of each of these. One is lower taxes. I mentioned the property tax. I think the way the property tax has been assessed in Dougherty County is ridiculous. It's not only ridiculous, it's arrogant. Think of what they did when remember about a year ago, I don't remember exactly, we got notices in our tax bill from the property tax office said that the homestead exemption is not going to be funded by the state this year. So basically, be prepared to pay it, we're going to pay that. And that's what happened. Mine went up about $320. So property taxes of almost $4,000 is getting pretty absurd in my way of thinking about it. But lower taxes, less spending. I think the county has many ways. I work for the state of Georgia. I was chief operations for the state park system in Georgia, Department of Natural Resources for 32 years. I was chief operations for 18 years. I know how to deal with budgets. I know how to cut budgets if we had to. I remember when we had Seahall Park used to be a state park. Now that's been turned over to the county. I was a part of that process years ago. So there's ways to cut taxes if you have to. Openness and transparency. I think some of the things that's happened, not anything against you, Mr. Griffin, but the way the school board did I don't think that was a very open process that was conducted there. I think if they had a process, they should have followed it. And last thing is just common sense. Use common sense. Thank you very much.